So my buddy bought this $30 knock off the wall ratchet off Temu. The walt's only lasted me about 6 months, so let's see what this one does. Cross pin, 5/16. cracked or anything. Pry bar for this one. Sweet. All right. Get a bar. See if it's good, actually have to push out the bad one. Really not one full carrier. Let's see what happens here. It's good and stuck. I don't know. See what happens here in a second. Just like we're pulling carrier. shouldn't be this big a deal. This is on the good lift, not this shit one. Lots of axle shaft pieces in there. Weird. I don't know how that happened. So anyways, at this point I should probably let you know I am not a mechanic. I'm just a poor guy that likes cars. That's how I figure it out. There's some axle shaft. Where's that guy? Some more axle shaft. Sad part is we didn't get on it hard yet. That's just a little bit of wheel hop there at the end of a burnout. Just a smidge. Killed it that quick. Got a blown Chevelle sitting over here. It's had 28 spline axles in it since 2010. And I beat the everybody piss out of that car. Never had an issue. This truck did great with slicks on it. Bought Chinese tires for like $100 a piece. You can't spin them in hooks and wheel hops. Slicks at 50 mile an hour, it lay sideways. I don't fucking do it. I guess I can pull all slicks off my other cars with some Chinese tires on them. I don't know. Well, they weren't slicks, they were BT streets, but nevertheless, a drag radial. Spin for days. Alright, let's get this big shit out. Hold it on, hold fucking right here. Alright. Smack the fucking hammer out. Alright. This will pull the difference, right? Because that one's full of axle. I'll pull the ring gear off. I'm going to stop the video for a second just because you don't need to watch pull off the ring gear. But a reminder, these are reverse threaded, so I made that mistake one time. Pretty well learned my lesson there. Alright, just got the ring gear off. Let's see if it falls out now. Nope. Piece of shit. Little piece of axle. Let's see, is it gonna make it? Not quite. Now what? Little piece there. I want to take my hammer and hit it and break it off. I don't want to replace the bearing. Yeah, fuck it. See what happens. Safety first, though. Make swing pop. Again, don't do what I do. This is just what I do. I don't know no better.
It's so close. So freaking close. But I already cut the C-clip. Knocked that axle out. Probably what I should have done the first time. So close. Problem is there's nowhere to hit it to knock that thing in. At least I got 5 miles out of the mini spool. That wasn't a complete waste of money, right? Alright. Just gonna hit it with a punch, see what happens. Assuming it's gonna do nothing, it's just gonna slip off. I don't know what else to do at this point. That went good so far. I don't think it did anything. I just smacked myself with the hammer, so I'm getting good with that, I guess. And it didn't move away. I guess I can pull that bearing off. No, I don't think it's got another carrier laying over there. Maybe just sort the fucking carrier out. So you watch me struggle, I'll just fill you in how I got this piece of shit out, or when I start getting somewhere on it, I'll start it back up. Hold on a second. So at this point, debating on it, but I'm thinking about taking, I don't know if you can see, grinder, cutting these edges off. These edges of the mini spool off right here. You see it just barely contacting down there. I think that'll get me in there. So let's see what that does. It's already fucking junk axle stuck in it. Alright, either it's going to work or we're going to end up with a bigger pain in the ass and shitty bearings from doing this. So, let's see what happens. I'm trying to cover shit, keep the grindings out of it, which I guess there's axle splinters everywhere. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Take much off it. If I get that axle out, I'd still run it. But again, I'm not very smart. Yeah. Bad news, good news. Good news is I grind this side now. It doesn't matter much. Trying to figure out how to hold it and grind it a little better. Got my fire retardant lotion on, so don't worry about me. kid couldn't talk to me for a second, so. Alright, so we gotta grind the center out too, apparently. We're gonna probably end up cutting the whole damn thing in half. Yeah, rear end for a guy a month or so ago. So he really broke it real good for me on the way out here doing a brake torque. 10 bolt on 35s. Had to cut the carrier here. So good job. Not that I've done a lot of rear ends, but that one I did too cheap. That's for sure. Once I figured out the process of getting it out, it wasn't so bad. Getting there, man. Shoosh. Alright, well this is going terribly slow, so I'm gonna pause the video until I get it out. But this is basically how I'm gonna do it. Alright, I opted out of this again. I just gonna beat the fuck out of it. I think I'm gonna try cutting the C-clip in half with the Nair chisel. Now I can stand up on end and make the axle out, hoping. Times where you need a couple more hands to get a longer fucking might extend this too. Alright, here we go. Last try chisel. I'm gonna miss up there. Alright, last try. I'm done. Piece of shit idea too. The problem is there's no good way to hold on to anything. The axle shaft's all nasty, full of shavings. You have to get it the way you want. But I think I can cut the C-clip and the axle shaft, then turn it over and beat the axle shaft out. What you're thinking? Why don't you just get the other carrier that I said I had laying over there? I don't have any bearings here, and I don't feel like going anywhere. I bet you better get this out. It don't come out anyways. Now it's like principle of the matter, you know? Terrible idea. Here we go. I know what you're thinking as well. All the metal shavings and grinding dust in the bearings. Don't worry about that. This is an expensive truck, and nowhere am I going to make an expensive truck. This is just a shop truck. Shit. Instead of rearing to make it 5 miles, now I can go sticking tons of money in again, maybe break another 5 fucking miles, and it's got more money in junk. I guess I want to wait here. smarter, I could edit all this out and make it really look like I know what I'm doing. But unfortunately, no. So, this shit sucks. Let's see what that does. Alright. See clips in 2 pieces. Oh, we're gonna cut it. Trying not to do a goddamn thing. There it is, it's out. Alright. Now we get a BFH. See if we can get the damn thing out of here. There we go. What the hell to beat it on? Not beat it on the garage floor, that's for fucking sure. Let me find something. You wait here. Alright, so what I did is I got my rear end card here. Boom. Took my plates off the press over there. And I'm going to set it up on there and beat the piss out and see what happens. Again, winging it. Best I can do. Sure, I'll end up destroying the fucking bearing and have to change them anyways. For now, we're gonna pretend like it's gonna work. Hope for the best. If I gotta grab a real hammer, it's got that fish hammer. Alright, here we go. Well, shit, that was easy enough. God damn. There it is. Shit, that spool's still good. Hell yeah. $65 saved. Jump to begin with. Had to grind almost a 1/4 inch off these blocks to get some of this work. It's a little bit of grind I did on it, ain't gonna hurt nothing. There it is, good as new. Alright. So that's basically the end of taking it apart. Debating on whether I need to record putting it back together. I don't know. You record the struggles and that's it. I don't know. Just trying to figure this out as we go. So I don't know. So I got Moser axles for it. I need to press some studs in there. Guess I'll get that all set up and continue recording. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to be doing it anyways. Miles recorded. So hold on a second. Alright, so I've never used a press to put in studs. I usually beat them in like a dumbass or hold on. Usually beat them in or, you know, use a nut and drive them in. Pull them in with the impact, so let's just see how this goes. I guess I'll put you over here. I'm scratching up my car now. What's that mean? Hey, Mustang spoiler's not a good bench. Alright, there we go. I see it come down crooked, and that kind of concerns me, but at this moment, that's what it is. Close and I'll hold straight-ish as I can. There we go. Alright, what you want to do is not pull that off that. Just drop your stud on the bottom. It does no freaking good. Right the other way. Alright, here we go. First look. See if it goes good or edit this part of the video out. Concern is That went pretty good. Pretty much the best that I know of. So, get the rest of them. Change sockets because I did fuck the rest a little bit. Alright, try this again. Anyways, sun's finally going down. It's freaking hot today. I think it's 109 again today. That's why there's no shirt, because I refuse to pay for air conditioning in my shop. That's race car money. Pretty well down here all day. Put a posi in my buddy's square body last night and finished it up this morning. I know what you're thinking. It sounds like I do a lot of rear ends. Yeah, but that don't mean I know what I'm doing. It's already broke. It don't really matter. You can't mess it up anymore, you know? This is going way better than expected. I'm trying to pull them through with a lug nut and some washers. That's a pain in the ass. And so far so good. The 68 Chevelle I got, we had to pull the studs through. One night we left a stop sign. Snapped all my studs off the axle. We had to pull them through the side of the road. At that point, I decided I should probably upgrade Pecker Temple axles. And by upgrade, I don't know what the hell he bought. Just probably said just a Moser 28 spline axles, like I said, and that was probably 2015. And it was 13.5-to-1 small block back then there. Solid lift cam. 350 turbo, 5,000 stalls, you know, typical daily driver stuff. Alright. Next axle. Same shit. Ouch. Actually worked pretty well. Thinking, why ain't I using the handle? Because then I gotta take it out every time I'm done using it and put it away, otherwise you walk into it. So little bolt works pretty good. If anyone's still watching this video at this point, pretty impressed. You must not have a lot to do. I know they're not very good. I had the studs in the freezer since yesterday when I picked them up. I don't know how much it helped, but I didn't figure it was going to hurt. Every little bit counts, I guess. Looking forward to pulling the bearings on the end of that axle. Not a big deal. Just don't enjoy the fucking doing it. Well, I guess I enjoy doing any of this. And that Timu ratchet wasn't half bad. I figured it'd break in half the first bolt it came to. Ain't much damn better anymore. It's like it's 6 months, 9 months out of their tool, then it breaks. Send it in for warranty, and they tell me, oh, it's out of warranty. but I have to go buy new ones because they won't replace them because you know they make shit. And it sits on a shelf for 3 months, 4 months when you buy it, and it's out of warranty. So last time I spent $1,000 on tools because my impact went bad. One of my impacts, I had multiple. The drill went bad. What else went bad? Sawzall went bad. And my ratchet. So I went and replaced it all. Checked out all the tools I bought. They're all 3-4 months old. I got the receipt this time. That's September of last year, and my ratchet's already junk. But it's been sitting on Toolbox now for about a month. Kind of lazy. I feel like taking it in. I actually had the receipt this time, so hopefully it's not an issue. Alright. Alright, so I already got the bearing puller part in place. Well, I hope it's in place. Otherwise my teeth are going to be super upset. Pull these bad boys out. You guys clean the axle tube. And then Gus says I put new ones in. There it is. Axle tube really don't have much in it. Bearing don't even look too bad, really. Figured it'd be all this form sitting with the axle shaft in half-assed for a week. No, I could have sent that. Oh well. I don't know where to throw something. Alright, let me get a rag and run through there. Hold on a second. Alright, so couldn't find his socks, so I cut his sleeve off the rag. We got off the shirt, that was the rag. I'm gonna run this down here and make sure all the axle fragments out of it the best as possible. His brakes already fucked me, redo all that. Alright. Looks like shit, just like I expected. Alright, other side. See my boy's Cadillac. He had to have it. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but hey, whatever, he paid for it. Putting a motor in and hopefully have it running this weekend. But that's his deal, so. And he drives a 98 Ford Ranger with hydraulics. It was built in like 99, 2000, old school mini truck. We bought it when he was 15. Put a fuel injected 302 on an Explorer in before our 70W. And that's his driver. Now he wants something a little better to drive, so he decides to buy an 84 Cadillac on 24. I don't know about that one. He's been driving our other pickup, one of our other pickups. Got a 2002 GMC short bed, drop 6.7, got the 6.2 sit up there. Don't put in it, but you know, you break your rear end. Another 30 cars we got. Trying to keep up with people need their shit fixed, hard to get to anything. Side seems like it's in there a lot better. My hands are sore. Alright, we're gonna put in the outer bearings. Bearing race driver. My hammer. Make sure your driver's the same size as your bearing. Not too small to mess it up. Bottom out, stop. Seal, same thing. This is flush though. Start rubbing like that. That side, the other side. Broke that one, so that's neat. Real fucking neat. One girl one. Alright, get back on slide hammer. Alright, so I got the new bearing out because I fucked it up. I guess back in the bearing from the other side because it doesn't look bad. Can't destroy this guy. Seal. Alright, there it is. Mini spool time. Went all out this week. Got a Yukon. See how that doesn't fit. Sure, it's the same shit as the other one. Alright, one's in for a back strip. Tag on here, but you think it was important, they make it bigger so they could read it easily. Of course, I put in a fucking spline, this make it real nice to get off. watch me clean this off. Alright, there we go. And look to see if they're the same size. Let me check. Out here.
Yep, we're good.
Damn sticker on the axle. Alright, hold up, clean this one off. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. Old versus new. Not a big difference. I think I measured it. It was like an 1/8 inch. guess take a rain check until we figure this shit out. Alright. So this is the kind of shit they give you. There's not even room for the pin to fit. So it fits, but just barely. But the blocks don't fit. Alright, so working on this mini spool still, trying to get everything fitted. Here's how much I had to grind off the block. Seems really ridiculous, but it doesn't clear the housing, so it's what makes it fit. Alright, so it's all back together. I don't know. You'd think they'd be easier to install, like I guess there's a factory tolerance for every different case. So anyways, I guess I'll be posting some burnout videos later on unless the axle breaks in 5 miles again.